we're still here, might as well do one thing before we go away. Who paid for the bottle? And whose name did I not call? Okay, what are the names?
It's not super steep.
Take your time to see. Yeah. Coming here with 5 bags of groceries.
So yeah, we always have to have rules saying like don't do this, don't do that. So we block a lot of things so that the Portuguese idiots don't do this. We're sort of famous for these. In spite of the smell, but that's going to be all over because yesterday was the day of St. Anthony. Does anybody know what's the point of the day of St. Anthony? Did you guys hear anything about this?
The Saint of Lisbon.
Say again?
He's the Saint of Lisbon, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Actually, now he is. He used to be St. Vincent. But does anybody know where St. Anthony was born? I'm just baiting the Italians to see if they can bait and start claiming him. So I can point the finger and say, stop trying to steal him. Because Italians will always say, careful with the gentleman coming through. Italians will always say, oh, he's Sant'Antonio da Padova. He's Italian. No, he died in Padova, but he was born here. So that makes him one of us. His name was Fernando de Bulhão. Does that sound Italian to you? So, he's our most popular saint. For a while, he wasn't even our patron saint, but he was still the most popular one because he lived around here. Okay, he was from here. So that makes him, that means that he's always been one of our most popular saints. Now, it's not actually only St. Anthony's celebrations, there are more celebrations, okay? It's a popular saint celebration throughout the whole month. This is a little bit like, America's Got Talent. Now imagine Saints Got Talent. It's like the most popular saint gets the bigger celebration. And in Porto, it's St. John the Baptist on the 24th. Over here, it's the 12th, and the 13th is a holiday. So everybody was out partying yesterday in a very Catholic way, you know, getting drunk and trying to pick up girls. That's what I learned in Sunday school. So you should understand that these celebrations, though Catholic by root, are not necessarily very Catholic in the way that they're practiced, you know? So we're celebrating St. Anthony by getting drunk. I don't think he preached this very much. But just so you understand a little bit why you're going to see all these decorations all over. You're going to see sequins, you're going to see little shacks. If you come back later on tonight, you're going to see a bunch of people drinking and selling food and drinks on the street. Oh, there is one thing you should know about Portugal. It's a little bit different than what you guys are used to. We have something that you don't have back home. It's called freedom. We can drink on the streets. So, everybody's going to be drinking outside, and there are going to be people selling food and drinks outside. Typically, this is not allowed, but during the month of June it is. Like, you can get a temporary permit, and it's going to be like a Portuguese guy with a big beer belly, cooking the food shirtless. You know, OSHA would have a field day with this, but that's how it works around here. And he's just asking you, do you want a sardine? Do you want a pork sandwich, beef sandwich, this kind of stuff, okay? So this is a big part of the celebrations around here. Now, St. Peter's Wicket is an interesting place because it shows you the evolution of the edges of the city, okay? You have to understand that if you think about the city existing for 1,000 years, 1,500, 2,000 years, you may not have thought about it yet, but when I tell you to think about it, of course you understand it wasn't always the same size, okay? It grew throughout the times, okay? This is a good example of that. We're also going to be able to see it on the old walls of the city. The walls keep getting expanded as the city grows larger by different kings. But over here you can see so this is actually a very interesting thing. In the midst of Lisbon facing many issues with well, lack of management of tourism and immigration and stuff like that, this is a very interesting thing because this is a photographic exposition that honors Portuguese people, elderly people who live in the neighborhood. In this case, it's the famous Fado singer Tininha. But you're going to see a bunch of these, and people are not important because they did something. These people are important because they live here, because they are here. Well, they are. Some of them have died by now, because this was done. Some of the photos from years ago. But this is a very nice thing because it's not even made by a Portuguese person. It's made by an English photographer named Camilla Watson. And I do think this is a nice thing, that this person who's not Portuguese thought to come here and honor our own. Sometimes Portuguese people don't know how to value these things. And I think this is pretty cool. You know, one of the problems we're having with these celebrations is now people start playing Brazilian funk songs, and you guys are not familiar with this, but it's the trashiest thing we can find. So instead of playing traditional Portuguese music,
This is the Alfama neighborhood.
We almost say that the crane is the native animal of Portugal at this point. If you go to the river, you will see dozens of them in Lisbon because there's so many hotels being made, so many Airbnbs being made. We have a lot of derelict buildings, or that were derelict, that are now being renovated. It went from one extreme to another because we had something called frozen rents. Now, when I say frozen rents, I get a bunch of you like, oh, this is like rent control. No, it's not. Frozen rents means frozen. It does not update. Let me explain what I mean. My buddy is now renting an apartment from his aunt, and she had a lady living there. She signed a contract when the rents were frozen. She was paying 20 euros a month. And when my buddy's aunt wanted to raise the rent by 20 euros, she was outraged. She said, that's twice the rent. and who are not very good physically. Like, you have Messi who is small, you have Ronaldo who is big, you have players who are fat, you have middle who is very slow. Like, some sports are so physical that you cannot be good if you're not very good physically. Yeah. I mean, even basketball, which I would say is kind of funny because you guys know Beaujolais Nouveau? What is that? Young wine. You guys know Vino Giovano? Young wine. Vino Weisse? Young wine. Okay? Many countries have young wine. Yeah, so this is just, we call it green as in immature. And it's trademarked to the green wine region in the north. Now, if you ask for green wine here, you're always going to get green wine. In the north, if you ask for green wine, it's common that they will ask you if it's you want green red or you want green white wine, okay, because they have both. If I'm honest, part of the reason why we don't have green red wine here is because it kind of sucks. It's just my opinion, but they do have it in the north. Okay, green white wine, that's great, because that's even something I don't think you require a refined palate to get into it. Okay, I think it's something. Yeah, no, I'm not a wine snob. I don't even like that much like dry wines, and I'm good with. I like girly drinks. Okay, so I'm good with the green wine. So I think it's something that even people not that much used to wine get into it very easily. So I think that's a good thing. Okay, and it's very refreshing. It's something that's often consumed now in the summer. So I think it's very nice. And I would definitely recommend. I heard something cool. I don't know if I heard a point or something. So this is a good place to come to try the codfish cakes and the green wine. We also do a few more stuff, but just so you know, it's more of a tavern than a restaurant. So like you're not going to get like big dishes. It's more like small sandwiches and stuff like this. And of course, a lot of
Statue of Pedro the Fourth.
Well, he's the fifth, the fourth in Portugal, but the fifth is the first in Brazil. He's the first emperor of Brazil, so he's the man who proclaimed the independence of Brazil. Now, does that make much sense to you? That we have a big statue honoring the guy who proclaimed the independence of Brazil? No, the two titles correct, but would you say it's very... Would you say this is something you expect, that you see the guy who proclaimed the independence of Brazil to have a big statue in Portugal? No. We made it. It was a Portuguese colony. But you think we were pleased when they got their independence? Were you pleased when they got their independence? We have many statues of the founding fathers of the US and the UK. So, this is a fairly unique situation. It's because he came back. Okay? So what you have to understand is, there was this really annoying guy called Napoleon. You guys might not know how annoying he was, because he was not annoying where you were, he was annoying where we were. And he was making a continental blockade of England. We refused to agree to this. Why? Is this all we mean to you? 1386 Treaty of Windsor, oldest alliance in the world. Does this mean nothing to you? So we honor the world's longest standing alliance, and we do not honor the blockade. Now, I think you know where this is going to go, because obviously Napoleon invades us. Sends the Admiral Junot to capture the royal family. They flee towards Brazil. And they stay there for about 20-30 years until the English helped us conquer Portugal back.
Central train station.
I don't want to walk all the way back to Philadelphia.
A symbol against religious persecution, because we had just conquered a Muslim city. We did not want the Catholics to go on.
How far are you?
Bag for a minute. So, made a quick stop. Take a pee at a Starbucks over there. And then we've got this monastery here. We have a little mix up with our tour buses and tour guides, and picked up another tour bus full of people because their bus broke down. And we're supposed to be back at our bus in 5 minutes. See what it is. I don't think we were supposed to have been here. It's very clean. And a very pretty door.
Yeah, next question. Tom, say a couple of things.
There's a place in Leeds.
Pastries from Beijing.
Cojo el paislín, abro con otro bolso y meto las cosas.
Custard pastry.
There's no evidence for any of this. This is all theorized. We do have some, suspicion. No, I'm a bathtub, sir. I can barely hold my weight above 40. No, I suck at surfing. Well, but I can tell you right now, as a tour guide, I've been to Missouri many times, and I've never seen because you really have to go at these specific moments to catch the big waves. So sometimes you have a lot of tourists talking about the big waves, now realizing, look, it's something that it happens or it doesn't. We have no control. No, there are no giant waves here. That's in Missouri. Okay, guys. So this is the Tower of Blood, or Tower of St. Vincent. But most people don't know it as the Tower of St. Vincent. They only know it as with the name Tower of Blood. Okay? Tower of what? Blood. Yes. Yes. So the official name Tower of St. Vincent, nobody uses it. Okay? So it was part of a triangular system of defense. Tower of St. Vincent, Tower of St. Sebastian, and Tower of St. Anthony. St. Anthony is in Cascais, the tower inside the city tower of Cascais. You're going to see it tomorrow. No, actually you're not going to see it because you've got a big head close, so it's not going to be able to go. But you're still going to go to Cascais. And there was a tower on the other side, plus the company. So this was a triangular system so that they could shoot at ships coming in. Okay? I know you guys can see that it's an amazing time to start losing. It's a great picture. But you kind of make out the tower. And you can make out the pool. Well, it's not meant to look like a ship. It's meant to look like a tower. You see that there are no more, I don't know if you call it anything, but there are no more candles on this side of the called Lone Star or something. I feel like
Monument to the Age of Exploration. Still in Lisbon.
No, it's just we have some people. Guys.
Helen. Cherry.
Over here we can see the sword that represents the second dynasty of Portugal, because the first king of the second dynasty was the leader of military knights. Dynasty that ordered which is supposed to show Portugal and the age of exploration. So, whereas a lot of you may know that Portugal has a relation to Brazil, Angola, Mozambique, how many of you know who were the first people to colonize Newfoundland? Who do you think fished your caught fish to extinction? So, Portugal colonized pretty much every continent on Earth, except, as my Aussie customers like to tell me, Australia, so that doesn't show up on the map. So, you have Newfoundland, you have Brazil over there.
What are you saying? The Portugal explorers were the first to...
Well, I mean, depends. You want to talk about Eric the Red or Eric the Green from the Vikings? But we were the first to arrive specifically here, not the first in North America, but we colonized Newfoundland. Okay, and well, this doesn't really mark specifically that we were the first to discover the places. It marks that these places were first explored by us at this time. Okay, you're gonna have the areas where there were Native American tribes living in South America. Time he wiped his butt in Portugal, so that makes him Portuguese as well. So there are claims all over, but they're fairly flimsy. I'd say Genovese stands the best bet to this day. We have different levels of skill. Like I said, we didn't just get artistic influence, we didn't just get architecture, we also get some of their science. Working with and for us. That's one of the first things, but also we're seafaring.
Okay, well, we're
Straight ahead,
on our way
right?
to the Fado show, and we got caught up in the feast festival of Santo Antonio, Saint Anthony. You can see there's Saint Anthony on the church right now. He's going into the church. He's blocked by a tree. They just took St. Anthony into the church.
Oh yeah, I know, I got them all.
They'll never get my wallet out of my pocket. I can barely get it out. But right here. Okay.
Get off the street. Let's find, make sure everybody's here. Where's Terry Lynn?
Right behind you.
No, perché ha caigut lei, ha tenir el cul quasi terra.
Yeah.
Are you doing a constant recording?
Huh?
Are you recording?
Yes.
Sound too?
Yes.
Hi. Everybody. Hi.
This is Carolyn.
Thank you. I'm Carolyn, yeah. And we're walking to...
I recognize this street. We're on the right
I
place.
know. Oh, yeah, we're...
Oh, you recognize it?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm oblivious.
That was our big rest stop right there.
Yeah. No, we're definitely on the right road.
Yeah.
We're gonna find it.
You know, it takes me a while to catch up.
Remember?
For a long time.
Yeah, I remember Rodrigo kept saying, "Why is this wall here? And what is this wall?" And we kept saying, "Well, what are those pinions for?"
He had a good Socratic technique.
Yeah.
Well, we got hungry before.
Is that it?
It's,
No, it's on the
keep
left.
going, keep going. We're close, we're close.
It's not so crowded now.
Having very conspiracy.
My friend said to me she opened a topless bar. I said, you opened a topless bar?
My roommate? Yeah. No. No, she's been to some of these before and seen it, so she's tired of it. She may go out on jazz.
There it is. Straight ahead. Clube de Fado.
Still sex.
These crazy Portuguese.
Ice cream. Yes. After. You'll get dessert. 11 o'clock? Perfect. We'll be back after the show.
We might get dessert there, though.
Yeah, there might be, but that has nothing to do with, what does one thing have to do with the other?
I don't know. I was thinking.
Aw, Yorkie. Hey, a little Yorkie. The Yorkie. We own two little, you know, our little Yorkies. So whenever we see Yorkies, we get all excited.
Super bomb. Yeah, lot.
Do you want to do souvenir shopping? We got plenty of time.
It's right there. We know where we are. Let's check.
Yeah.
Do we need to go check in?
No, well, let's.
One of right here. I don't know why our guy came in. Yeah.
Maybe because a lot. They swore up and down.
Oh, maybe. People were walking away. Yeah.
From where we were.
Those look new. They've been refurbished.
People. Oh, I'm like a people.
Or for Exotica.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's 32. He said 32 people.
Right here.
Okay. The show is right here. The show is right there? Thank you. That's good. That's where the show is going.
Apparently.
Oh.
It's intimate.
There's another one here.
You heard the music on.
I know, that's
Dude,
why
it was
I
pretty.
know.
It was pretty
It's
quiet.
loud.
But the songs are songs of
Like $1 million.
we used to have.
Andei a dizer, andei, que não queria ver-te mais, que não te quero falar. Calcula que até chorei, não ir aonde tu vais, só para não te encontrar. Da minha razão que se prende na tortura de não querer o que eu desejo. Ai, estranha contradição. Eu ando à tua procura e ando a ver se te não vejo. Falo-te, mas não conheço. Procuro sem te encontrar. Mudaste, eu não mudei. De uma coisa me convenço, sempre te hei de procurar. Nunca mais te encontrarei. De uma coisa me convenço, sempre te hei de procurar, nunca mais te encontrarei. vivem de amor, deixa-os viver assim. Que nos importa o amor dos outros? Tudo que tem princípio há de ter fim. Deixa-os amarem bem, porque são loucos. São loucos como nós também já fomos. E amam como nós também amamos. São jovens como nós também já fomos. Namoram como nós já namoramos. Trazem na boca em cada beijo um grito de amor. Que o seu amor ilude. Amor numa cama é tão bonito. Quando se tem nas mãos a juventude. Momentos de prazer na vida há poucos, breves como o cantar da cotovia. Deixa-os seguir em paz porque são loucos como nós fomos um dia. Momentos de prazer na vida há poucos, breves como o cantar da cotovia. Deixa-os seguir em paz, porque são loucos como nós fomos um dia.
palavras que dizem amar sim, deixar-te não. Duas palavras que dizem amar sim, deixar-te não. Oh, comadre Maria Benta, seu garoto está melhor. O mal não é tão forte, que faz está pior. Oh, comadre Maria Benta, seu garoto está melhor. O mal não é tão forte, que faz está pior. Meu viver, olhos azuis claros, contrários ao meu viver. Que gosto tens tu, amor, em me ver padecer. Que gosto tens tu, amor,